everyone, this is Elisa from Anaya's Toy Box Crochet, and I'm here to show you what I've been up to. And yeah, so I want to thank you all, every single one of you who is taking the time to listen to me talking and showing you what I've been up to. But before I start, I just want to say that I find self-promoting really awkward. In fact, I have restarted this video like 4 times talking about this, and this is the last time I'm going to restart the video. I just want to say that I did not reach my goals yet in getting more comfortable with self-promoting. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm sorry if I come off weird, but I really do find this awkward. I want to let you know I am a pattern designer, and I do have patterns that are for sale and for free too in my Ravelry store, and I also have some patterns, not everything, but some patterns in my Etsy store. Some of my finished dolls also end up in my Etsy store for sale, and if you guys would like to support me, I would really, really appreciate it if you go down below and click on my Etsy store and heart my store or heart anything in it. The reason is the more engagement, the more, it's like YouTube. Etsy is like YouTube. You all know if you want to hear more from us and you want to support us, the more likes we get, the more comments we get, the more subscriptions we get, the more likely YouTube is to promote us. Well, it's the same thing for Etsy. The more likes we get, page likes we get, the more, individual likes we get, the more likely Etsy is to promote us. And so I'd like to ask you all, if you want to just click on my Etsy link below and favorite my shop, like some stuff over there, just so I could be promoted a bit more by Etsy, so I could, sell some patterns or whatever. But anyways, that being done, it was awkward. Like I said, I restarted this video like 4 times. Let me tell you what I've been up to. I'm so relieved I'm over with. I'm so relieved that's over with. Oh boy, I'm not restarting this video. I'm not doing that again. I'm going to try to do it again, but not right now. Okay, so this is my first FO. This is called the Crochet Wrap by Bagaudet, and it's gorgeous and I absolutely love it, and I wish I could have made the whole thing in this cream color. I used creme cotton, and I think this was cream. Wait, I have it written down here. Why am I just not looking? Yes, this shade is cream right here, and I absolutely love it. So this is, I had 2 skeins of it, and this is 2 full skeins of the cream here, and I ran out, and so I had to think about whether I wanted to order yarn or use whatever I have. And at the end of the day, impatient person that I am, I used whatever I had. And so this one is the lilac, I believe. Let me just check. Pale orchid. So this is the pale orchid. I did have another skein, but I kind of felt this was wide enough, so I stopped here. And I made this pattern, and I absolutely enjoyed making it, and I think the way it turned out is beautiful. It is a little long for me. I am not a tall person. I'm about 5'4", and it reaches up to my shins, and I feel that's a bit awkward, but someone taller will enjoy it, I think. I hope. But I finished it, and I loved it. I used a 7mm hook to make this. And I made it exactly to Bagaudet's specs. Now, for those who are new, I yarn under, not over, which means my stitches tend to be tighter. So every time I have followed a Bagaudet pattern, I've always had to add stitches. So this time I decided I'm using worsted weight yarn and she's using DK. I mean, I'm using 4-weight yarn and she's using 3-weight yarn. So I'm just going to do it exactly how she says, and hopefully that'll work itself out. It made it really long, but it was okay. I loved it. I loved making it. I enjoyed it. And the extra length did not get to me like I thought it would. I had a lot of fun doing it. Anyways, I finished this soon after showing it to you guys last time. And then I had to go to my next project. So I decided I'm going to finish the unicorn I was working on. The unicorn I started it a while ago. I mean, you guys know me. I don't work on the same thing all the time, and I have multiple projects that I work on all the time. I started this on July 14th, and then when I went to California, I didn't take it with me. So it never got finished. And oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't take it to California. But here is my unicorn. It is big. It's huge. I mean, I've made it before. I've made this unicorn pattern before when I first bought it around 4 years ago. And I made it with DK yarn because that's my preference. I make stuff with worsted weight yarn now to make it bigger. I just moved it so you could see her tail. But anyways, this pattern is Candy the Unicorn, and the designer's name is Zizidora, and you can find this pattern in Etsy. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. I found this a really hard pattern to follow. Okay, granted, it is an advanced pattern. Don't get me wrong. It is an advanced pattern. If you are a beginner crocheter, you won't be able to do this. If you're an intermediate crocheter, you might be able to make something like this. But it is an advanced pattern, number one. Okay, but advanced patterns for me, I can handle it, especially advanced amigurumi patterns. I can handle advanced patterns. So I am going to say it is an advanced pattern, but what I found difficult is up to here for each leg was okay. But over here, I had to make lots of adjustments. Like this little knobby thing kept coming to the side. In fact, I don't know much about horses, so I didn't know the knobby thing was supposed to be in the back. And when I worked it exactly how the pattern said, it was in the front. And so I worked it up, finished the leg, started this one, and in this one it was in the back. So I'm like, what the heck? So I looked at the pattern, and in the pattern, like the pattern picture, and I found out, no, that they're supposed to go in the back. And so I had to do a lot of adjusting on this leg. I believe I adjusted a lot on this leg. There was a whole lot of frogging in this project, and I actually put a note for myself on the project itself, like in the PDF file. Oh, and also, at first I would thought, okay, you know what, this is such a beautiful unicorn, I'll probably want to make it again. So I thought I'd write notes to myself of what I'm doing this time on the PDF, which I always do. I press edit PDF, not edit PDF, but where you could, work with marker on top of the PDF. I write notes to myself if I feel I need to. And so I thought I'd write notes to myself, but her pattern is a protected pattern, so you can't write notes on it. I understand wanting to have a protected pattern because, seriously, pattern theft is a thing. So many designers go through it, myself included. I have my Madison pattern, which took me 3 years to make, and I made 4 different dolls before I was satisfied with it. It took me, like I said, a year and a half to actually come up with the pattern, make it 4 times, so I get it to the point where I thought it was great. And then I sell it, and somebody bought it from me, and they in turn put it onto another website, and they are selling it and getting profit out of it. And I've tried and tried and tried to remove it, but because they're in a different country, the website is from a different country, I can't do it. So right now, somebody has has taken my pattern and is selling it and making profit out of it. And there's nothing I can do it. So I understand, I can do about it. I understand why people want to have protected PDFs. I do, but it's annoying. It really, really is annoying. Sorry, just wanted you to see her eyes. But anyways, I'm so happy with it. It's finished. I like it. I like the way it turned out. I'm not making it again. I have other unicorn patterns that I can make. Maybe not, the legs aren't as well shaped, but I still have other unicorn patterns that I can make, and I will probably be making that. So, As for the problems I have, I bought this pattern from Etsy 4 years ago. It is right now a bestseller. So I'm going to assume that if you buy it from her right now, you won't have the same problems as I had. Since it's a bestseller, I mean, people are buying it, and I'm sure people know about the problems. She knows about the problems and fixed it. So I don't necessarily think that if you were to buy it, you'd have the same problems as I did. But anyways, moving on to my FOs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of 5 more, but it's really one. Okay, so I told you guys that I was going to be working with my scraps, my yarn scraps, and making these flying discs. They fly just like a frisbee for Rose for November, because she's collecting boy toys for November. So I have been working on that. Now most of these were made, except for this one, I think. No, I have 2 that wasn't made at home. Most of them were made when I took my kids to the playground and they were playing and I was sitting on a bench making these. Yeah, I didn't weave in any ends because I didn't take a needle with me, and so I haven't weaved in any ends. Like, to tell you the truth, this is the only one where the ends are weaved in. I still have to weave in the ends for the shawl. Yeah, so this is what I have been doing in the playground. And this one, this one is a little different. This is my sport weight yarn, my number 2 weight yarns. And what I've done, instead of figuring it out like I did with the 3 weight yarns, figuring it out to make it exactly the same as the 4 weight yarns like Jada and Stitches does it, I decided I'm just going to hold two yarns together, and I'm going to just, crochet it like that. I have another one in my purse right now for the next time I take the kids to the playground or I go to the wherever. So I have another one working. I have this brown color. Oh my gosh. If anyone's been here before, you might know that I'm really, really picky with skin tone. Like, really picky with skin colors. And I'm always looking for a medium brown yarn, because for some reason you can find really beautiful dark brown yarns. You can find beautiful light-skinned yarns. But as far as medium, okay, before I say, I know some people are thinking the Lion brand has all these beautiful yarns, and they do, but I do not use acrylic on my dolls. I use cotton, mostly 100% cotton, and I have a very hard time finding beautiful medium skin tones. And this one was one of them that I was trying, the brown right here. I bought it to try it out. I got 4 skeins of it because it came in a 4 skein, bundle. I have not used it at all because I hate it as skin tone. It's a beautiful color, don't get me wrong. I just don't like it as skin tone. And so I've decided I'm just using it on this. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm very, very picky about skin tone. Other colors I'm not quite as picky about, but when it comes to skin tone, it needs to be perfect for it to end up in one of my dolls. And yes, I know not everybody thinks my idea of perfect is what's perfect, but what can I say? I'm the one who's making it. Okay, so now that I finished with my FOs, I'm going to show you my whips. First of all, in my Billy bag that was gifted to me during a yarn swap by Diana is the second dragon I was going to make. If you recall, the big dragon that I've been working for months on is done. And I took a smaller dragon by the same, stitch markers for marking where to sew, by the same pattern writer, and I'm making the smaller dragon. I want to work through my bought patterns. So this dragon is pretty much done crochet wise. I don't have anything left to do for it. I just need to sew it up. Oh my gosh, I gotta show you the wings. Here are the wings. These were so hard to make because if you have watched any of my amigurumi tutorials, you'll see I always recommend you use the smallest hook that you are comfortable with in whatever weight of yarn you're using. The smallest hook. Well, I do that. I practice what I preach. And for the wings, you had to double up the yarn. So it was twice as thick with the same hook. Luckily, I had started this dragon in, I'm not going to show you the rest of the pieces. I'll show it to you when it's done. I had started the dragon way back when I was in California, and I didn't have the smallest hook, the U-hook I usually use, which is a 3.25 millimeter with me. I only had a 3.5. So that might have made it slightly easier. I'm trying to convince myself. I know. It might have made it slightly easier, but no, not too much. All right. So I got this bag because I love the aesthetic of dandelions. And so I got it recently, and I have my next project in here. Oh, my iPad turned off. I will show it to you while I get out the name, because this one I do not have memorized. This is for my daughter. She is into cosplay nowadays. So I am making, oh, I'm sorry, it's stuck. Ah! The yarn wrapped around my hook and I can't get it out. So this is the shawl I am making. It is going to be a hooded shawl, and it is called the Novella Shawl. The links of everything will be down below. It's by Regina Weiss. It's a beautiful shawl. It really is. It's going to be a hooded shawl. I am using Premier DK colors in the colorway newspaper. I think I have it intact. I am totally color controlling in this. I dropped my hook. Yeah, so this is the colorway. This is called newspaper that I am using. I am color controlling. And I don't have enough yarn to finish it. I have 3 skeins way back when they were having a sale, 3 for $10. I bought it then. And yeah, this is the one my daughter chose for this shawl. I have ordered more, and I am color controlling. I didn't color control the black too much, but then I decided she wants the bottom to be red. So I'm going through all the colors. I might have a little bit more black at the end since I didn't really use up all my blacks. Or I could leave the black for the hood. I'm not sure. I'll see when I get there. But this is what I have so far. I'm working on the second colorway, and I love it. This stitch is gorgeous. I have never ever tried the linked double crochet stitch before. Never ever. And I am enjoying it. It is a thick stitch. You know, it is going to take a lot of yarn. I ordered 3 more skeins just in case. I think I need about 2 more because I think I have enough for the shawl. But I'll need some for the hood. But I am not sure. It's really, really tight stitch. It's a beautiful stitch. It's coming out gorgeous. I should be working on this exclusively for my shawl. Like I try to have an amigurumi, and then when the amigurumi gets overwhelming, I take a shawl out, because the shawl, you memorize the repeats pretty quickly. And so I should be working on this shawl whenever I don't want to do amigurumi. But this shawl is taking a long time. The progress is slow. Like, it takes a long time, and I think I wanted something that just goes a little faster. So I picked up this shawl. This is in my Amelia Joy bag, and the shawl is the Tendril Shawl by Carmen. I think it's Hefferneff. I don't know. It'll be linked down below. I have to look. I have to go through a lot to find it. So I don't know why. I usually do a thing. It's Annie Design Crochet if you look it up. Okay, so this is the Tendril Shawl. She does have, oops, I dropped my froze hook. If you look at her website, let me just pick that up. I'm hook dropping every which way today. Okay, so this is the Tendril Shawl, which is absolutely a gorgeous shawl. Here it is. Here's what I have so far. So I've decided that I've made it before. I made it in blue, and this time I wanted to make it again, but I wanted to use my mermaid's purse yarn. So these are hand-dyed cotton yarns that I have I had from a subscription that I no longer do. And I want to use them up. But the thing is, this colorway right here, the one I'm holding up right now, beautiful, isn't it? It's called Mermaid, and it comes in a 25-gram skein, which is tiny. It is tiny. I don't have a 25-gram skein to show you because I already worked through all of it, but it is really, really small. So if you think about it, like when you buy, you know, cotton yarn in a skein, like paint box cotton, they usually come in a 50-gram skein of yarn. This is half that amount. So I have decided I am going to take all the greens. So I have 3 shades of green. One of the greens is a little bigger. The solid colors, she gave 50 grams of. So the 50-gram one is a little bigger, so hopefully I'll be able to do a bit more. But I have finished using the 25-gram skeins. This one and this one. Oh, the colors are gorgeous, aren't they? And in between, I had to, you know, fluff it up so I have enough yarn to actually make the shawl. I decided on a neutral. This is Premier Cotton Sprout. This is another one that I bought. It's a 3-weight yarn. Cotton. This is another one that I bought and was disappointed in for skin tone. So it's ending up on the shawl. It looks really pretty. I like the way the greens and the brown looks right there. So I was able to finish this section and this section with a tiny little bit of yarn left, which makes me very happy because I have used up this yarn as much as I can, and it's nice hand-dyed cotton yarn. I just need to show this. Oh, the Tendril Shawl is so gorgeous. It is such a gorgeous shawl. I made it once before in blue, some fingering weight blue that I had. Again, I don't know. It seems to me like I'm always, you know, I never have enough yarn for anything. I'm always like looking and trying to match this and trying to match that. And I understand why. I'm an amigurumi maker. An amigurumi project takes a lot less yarn, so I always underestimate how much yarn I need. Yeah, so I'm always like, how does these colors look together and how does that color look together? But anyways, I'm enjoying making the tendril, and I'm enjoying the yarn. It's beautiful. I love watching it work out. I think I started it last night, and I got that for last night just because I loved seeing how the yarn was working out. I also have a bunch of oranges. I think 3 skeins of oranges from the Mermaid's Purse. So I'm thinking I might make a orange shawl. Maybe not the same. Maybe not the tendril, which I've got to show you guys this again because it's just so pretty not to show. Ta-da! This is where I am right now. Well, not here, but there. Yeah. Ta-da! Tendril shawl. It's beautiful. Yeah, so I have some orange skeins, so I'm thinking I'll mix the oranges together too. They don't all look that great together, so I'm going to have to put some colors in between so it looks better. Like, for instance, these two together, they're okay. I mean, this one's more of a bluish green than this one is, and it's okay. But I think it works when you're doing a solid color, a solid neutral color in between. I think it works. But that's my opinion. I'm looking forward to finishing that. And another thing that is on my hook that I am not going to show you because I just frogged it is I'm going to start a Halloween pattern that I'm working on. That I'm designing. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say about it. You'll probably see some of it, if not all of it, next time I do of what I've been up to. But I'm really excited about it, and it's a little different for me. Not too different, but I've been thinking about how to make the top, and it'll be interesting. The top of it. It'll be interesting. Now, before I leave, I just want to show you some Happy Mail because I keep forgetting to show it, that I have received. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it to you. I'm just going to show it. This is a card. Isn't it so cute? That I got from my friend Cassandra King. Isn't it gorgeous? I thought I'd show it to you. And this one is a card that I got from Natalie, from Natalie's Closet. Isn't it adorable? Look at these. I got some Happy Mail. Aren't they adorable? Love them. Of course, I've told you before and I'll tell you again, I don't read cards out loud on camera. Whatever's written there is between me and the person who gave it to me, and I love what they said. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe. And by the way, I'm not a very organized person, but on Ravelry, I make sure every time I start a project to make a project page. And so everything is on Ravelry, except for maybe the flying discs, which are all whatever. That's not the point. So if I forgot to give any information that you wanted to know, sometimes I do forget to tell you the yarns that I used or the hook size that I used. And if you really, really would love to know that, then go ahead to my Ravelry. It's on the project page. If you go to my projects, it's on my project page and you'll be able to see everything. Anyways, that's all I need to say. Thanks so much for watching.